Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva.
The story of Spanish Jews, conversos, and crypto-Jews is an incredible story that stretches from 500 years ago in Spain to the present here in the American Southwest, Latin America, and other parts of the world. Let's take a look at see how this happened. We start with the Ibn Shushan synagogue in Toledo. Jewish life in Spain was rich. From religious life, as we can see in this old Torah scroll, here is a Castilian ketubah, which gave women extraordinary rights for that time historically. Beautiful plates and bowls, majolica for the dining room table, for a family that was for the Shabbat dinner. In science, Jews also led the way, for example, in this astrolabe by Abraham Sacuto. But there came a time when the monarchs of Spain, Ferdinand and Isabella, decided that Jews were no longer welcome in their Catholic country. The Edict of Expulsion in 1492 said, "We resolved to order the said Jews and Jewesses of our kingdom to depart and never to return or come back to any of them." Most of the Jews left, but a minority stayed for business or whatever. Very shortly they found the Inquisition was their enemy. They were tortured. Many thousands were arrested. Other thousands were killed. There's even a town in Spain that's called Mata Judíos, killed Jews. So Jews began leaving, and the conversos who had stayed on left. A minority came to the Americas. And we see that in Mexico, for example, we know where they arrived. We even have some of their artifacts, like this grogger. The Inquisition also arrived to Mexico and became the largest in the Americas. It prosecuted people like the famous Carvajal family. Luis Carvajal was in a traditional retablo, folk painting, shown here being in jail. He and his family, the mother and his sisters, were all burned at the stake in 1596. That led some of the conversos who had arrived to Mexico to flee even further north to more remote areas. The Rio Grande Valley became a center for Jewish, crypto-Jewish life. And even today, from the mountains of southern Colorado and northern New Mexico, down through the Rio Grande Valley, there are families that remember their Jewish heritage. Some of the Jewish practices that were continued in northern New Mexico involved observing Shabbat, cleaning the house, bathing on Friday, lighting candles Friday night, the centrality of Moses, Esther, and Job and their religious practice, the death rituals, dietary concerns, circumcision. And people today continue their identification with their Jewish heritage in New Mexico. This man with a kippah and a talit holds a statue of the Virgin Mary. Here a cross with a Magen David and a Hanukkah. New Mexico poet Isabella Medina Sandoval expresses the thought of so many people when she writes, "On the fringe I wander, boundary of periphery, run wondering just where I belong. On the outside looking in, on the inside looking out. To other Jews my soul is in constant state of doubt. On the edge I stand, not knowing why I do not understand." The return to Jewish identity has become a major movement today in New Mexico, Texas, Mexico, and other parts of Latin America, as people who know their families have some Jewish background return to claim Judaism as their own identity.
Hashivenu Adonai Elecha ונשובה השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש ימינו